Hello everyone, welcome back for another video. So today I'm going to do a little video on this guy, this Japanese saw. I do get asked questions from time to time because anyone that follows us knows I've never got one of these out of my hand. Really great saws. So I'm going to go through a few things, dispel a few myths, and I'm going to show you how I and other people will do a rip cut and do a cross cut. This is possibly going to be a video series if you want to see more. Maybe me cutting angles, cutting circles and cutting arcs and stuff. Leave a comment, let us know. Don't forget to like the video if you like what you're seeing. So probably the main question with this is people tend to say it's a great saw, it cuts really quickly, but I can't stay on my line. And the trouble I see with this, with a lot of people, they tend to use it at a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to use this at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to try and demonstrate what happens. So I'm hoping I'm actually going to come off my line here. Okay, so I'm going to start this cut, and I think I should end up on this side, I think. I tell a lie, I'm going to this side, so already you can see us coming off my line. I'm still using it at 90 degrees though. So as you can see, I kind of got maybe like 3 inches down, and that was pretty much on the line. And then obviously after that you can see us veering out. So this is the problem that people have. So what people don't realise, and this is easily overlooked just because a lot of people are using tall benches with vices, is that it's kind of no different than using a Western saw in a manner of speaking, because if we're going to be cutting say a rip cut like we're doing now, you would actually have it at an angle like that, and you would be tracking your line. So the thing about using it like this, you cannot manipulate the saw, and you can't track your line. So when it's like this, look at how much flexibility I've got in the saw, and I can use that to actually get myself back to the line if I should veer off it. And it's also this sort of flexibility in these Japanese saws that allow you to cut curves and even circles, which I've done. So just to demonstrate what I'm talking about, obviously by cutting at an angle, and I've obviously able to manipulate the saw blade to bring myself back on the line. I'm actually just going to show me basically coming back onto my line to show you how easy it is. And another thing, always keep your saw blades lubricated, and obviously the bottom of your planes. It just makes cutting a lot easier. So as you can see, we've got a bump here, this is where I veered off, and already within a few seconds I'm back on my line. If you are going to use these on a tall bench, it's exactly the same. You just may have to put the piece higher in the vise, and obviously just remember to have that angle. As long as you've got that angle, you can manipulate the saw to track your line. And obviously, as I said, you can cut curves and cut circles with this. I cut profiles all the time with this, quite easily. And it's the same sort of thing when you're cross cutting. Starting the saw off, a lot of people will start the saw off here, And you can do that, and I do that. Some people struggle with this. The reason why some people struggle with this is because there's a lot of flexibility. Obviously, a lot of people that are using Western saws, or have been accustomed to using Western saws, that's pretty much how you'll start. You'll get a Western saw, you'll put either your thumb or your finger, and you'll start cutting like that. So if you're using one of these and you are struggling to get a start, I would suggest you bring it more next to the screw portion. Obviously the screw portion, you've got less give, so if you've got less give, obviously you can start yourself off. One of the things I wanted to address also that I got told when I first started using these sorts of saws was that when you're using them, you should start at the side closest to yourself. I was even given this advice while kind of rip cutting and cross cutting boards as well, which is a total load of nonsense. So basically, I was in a Japanese forum sort of thing or page rather on Facebook, and I was always told, or I got told rather, to start the side closest to myself. You know, if you're cutting dovetails and stuff like that, or as I said, rip cutting and also cross cutting. So to start this side, and this is how you should do it, and this is how it gets done, like in Japan. And it's a load of nonsense, because since then, it's been quite a number of years. I've witnessed many Japanese craftspeople in Japan using it this way, or starting to cut this way, and I've also seen them starting to cut that way. So in essence, really, if you're going to start to cut this side, it makes more sense, because you're actually pulling through the grain. Whereas if you're starting this end, you're pulling to the top of the grain, which can make it a bit jaggedy. I still use both techniques, but the point I'm trying to make is don't get stuck on what people say you should and shouldn't do. As I said, I've seen Japanese craftspersons, start at both ends. I think for me, it just tends to be whatever's easier at that moment in time. If it's easier for me to start the cut for whatever reason, I'll start it closest to us. If it feels better or more comfortable, I'll start it from the other side. I'm going to stop it there, guys. I want to try and keep these videos short. If you want to see more videos, if you want us to do future videos in this series, how to cut angles and how to cut curves and break them down a little bit, again, leave a comment, like the video, and share it if you found it useful. Until the next time, I shall see you later.